Hey everybody, and welcome to InformedTouristA.I. We're thrilled to have you here with us today. Get ready to explore some seriously spooky spots, places that will send shivers down your spine and make your heart race. We're talking about the most haunted hotels on the planet. These are not just any hotels. They have a reputation for being the creepiest places to stay. Ever wondered what makes these places a must-visit, even if it might mean sharing your vacation with a few ghosts? It's the thrill of the unknown, and the stories that have been passed down through generations. We're diving into the chilling histories and spine-tingling tales of hotels where the guests check out, but some never leave. These stories are filled with mystery, tragedy, and sometimes a touch of romance. From ghostly apparitions to unexplained events, we're ranking the top 10 most haunted hotels in the world. Each one has its own unique story and eerie charm. Stick around to the very end, because I'm going to reveal the ultimate haunted hotel experience, these spooky spots. Imagine the stories you'll have to tell after that. But first, let's kick things off with a hotel that inspired one of the most iconic horror movies of all time. Cue the creepy music. This place is legendary for its paranormal activity, and has been the setting for countless ghost stories. Our first stop takes us to the breathtaking Rocky Mountains of Colorado, home to the Grand Stanley Hotel, a place that has intrigued visitors for over a century. Built in 1909, this sprawling resort boasts stunning views and an even more captivating history, drawing in guests from all over the world. Why so captivating? Well, let's just say it caught the eye of a certain horror master named Stephen King, who found inspiration in its eerie charm. Legend has it that King, while staying in room 217, had a particularly vivid dream, one that would haunt him long after he left. A dream so terrifying, so real, that it inspired his chilling novel, The Shining, a story that has since become a cornerstone of horror literature. Guests have reported flickering lights, disembodied laughter echoing through the halls, and even the ghostly sounds of a piano playing in the dead of night, adding to the hotel's mystique. But the most famous resident? That would be Mrs. Wilson, a former housekeeper who met an untimely end in the very room that sparked King's imagination. Her presence is felt by many who stay here. They say she's still busy tidying up, so be sure to keep your suitcases packed tight, or you might find your belongings mysteriously rearranged. The Stanley Hotel remains a place where the past and present intertwine, leaving an indelible mark on all who visit. Next, we're hopping across the pond to London, England, where luxury and spectral encounters intertwine at the Langham Hotel. This opulent landmark has hosted royalty, dignitaries, and apparently, a few permanent guests from the afterlife. Room 333 is the epicenter of the paranormal activity at the Langham. Guests have reported seeing a Victorian-era gentleman in evening attire standing at the foot of the bed. Some say he appears in October, perhaps longing for a proper Halloween party. But the most chilling tale revolves around a German prince who, heartbroken over a lost love, decided to take his own life by leaping from a window. To this day, guests and staff claim to see his forlorn figure wandering the halls, still searching for his lost love. Get ready for some breathtaking scenery and bone-chilling stories as we head to the Canadian Rockies and the majestic Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. This castle-like hotel is a sight to behold, but it's the unseen guests that truly capture the imagination. One of the most enduring legends is that of the ghost bride. They say she met a tragic end on her wedding day, falling down the grand staircase after her dress caught fire. Guests claim to see her dancing in the ballroom, her white gown swaying to a ghostly waltz. But the Banff Springs Hotel has other permanent residents too. There's Sam McCauley, a friendly bellman who vanished without a trace, but is said to still assist guests, even from beyond the grave. Chapter 4. The Queen Mary Hotel Haunted Happenings on the High Seas. All aboard for our next destination, the legendary Queen Mary, permanently docked in Long Beach, California. This grand ocean liner, once a symbol of luxury and glamour, now sails the seas of paranormal lore. From the moment you step on board, you'll feel a palpable energy, a sense that you're walking among history, and perhaps something more. The Queen Mary has seen it all: wartime service, transatlantic crossings, and, yes, even tragedy. Guests have reported seeing the apparition of a sailor who met a grisly end in the ship's engine room, his ghostly cries echoing through the steel corridors. And then there's the haunting presence in stateroom B340, where a young woman is said to have been murdered. Chapter 5. The Russell Hotel Sydney's Spirited Stay. Let's jet down under to Sydney, Australia, where the Russell Hotel awaits with its own brand of spooky charm. This historic hotel, once a haven for sailors and merchants, now harbors tales of restless spirits. Room 8 is said to be the most haunted, with guests reporting the feeling of being watched, cold spots, and the unsettling sensation of someone or something breathing on their necks. Some say it's the ghost of a sailor who, after a night of revelry, met an untimely end in the very same room. But the ghostly goings-on don't stop there. Guests have also reported seeing the apparition of a young woman wandering the halls in a long white gown, her sorrowful eyes searching for something lost. The Crescent Hotel, where history and hauntings collide. Our next stop takes us back to the United States, to the picturesque Ozark Mountains of Arkansas, where the Crescent Hotel stands as a beacon of both history and hauntings. This iconic structure has witnessed countless stories unfold within its walls. This grand dame, once a luxury resort, later served as a hospital treating patients from all walks of life, and some say a final resting place for those who never quite checked out. The walls seem to whisper secrets of the past. Guests have reported seeing the ghost of Dr. Ellis, the former head physician, still making his rounds through the halls. His presence is often felt in the dead of night. Others claim to have encountered the spirit of Michael, a stonemason who fell to his death during the hotel's construction. His tragic end is etched into the hotel's eerie history. But perhaps the most unsettling presence is that of Theodora, a patient who died in room 502, and is said to still roam the halls, her spirit restless and searching for a cure that never came. Her story is a poignant reminder of the hotel's haunted past, blending history with the supernatural. We're back in London, where another iconic hotel awaits, the Savoy. This legendary establishment has hosted everyone from royalty to Hollywood stars. But it's the unseen guests that add an extra layer of intrigue. One of the most famous residents is Peter, a former bellhop who met an unfortunate end. Guests and staff claim to hear his cheerful whistling echoing through the halls, even though he's been gone for decades. But the most requested guest? That would be room 522, where the ghost of Marilyn Monroe is said to reside. Guests have reported seeing her reflection in the mirror, her presence lingering long after she's checked out. Chapter 8. The Banff Springs Hotel Room, 873 and Other Ghostly Encounters. We're returning to the Canadian Rockies and the majestic Banff Springs Hotel, but this time we're venturing into the hotel's most infamous room 873. This room, once a family suite, has been sealed off for decades, and for good reason. Legend has it that a family was murdered in this room, and their spirits are said to still haunt the space. Guests in nearby rooms have reported blood-curdling screams, furniture moving on its own, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. While the hotel management denies any paranormal activity, the stories persist, adding to the allure and mystery of this grand mountain resort. Chapter 9. The Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, where old Hollywood haunts. Get ready for some Hollywood glamour with a spooky twist as we head to the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. This iconic hotel has hosted countless stars over the years, but some, it seems, never wanted to leave. Marilyn Monroe is said to haunt her former suite, room 246. Her presence felt in the air, a whisper of her perfume lingering in the room. Guests have reported seeing her reflection in the mirror, her iconic smile both alluring and unsettling. But Marilyn isn't the only star who's checked in, but never quite checked out. Montgomery Clift is said to haunt the 9th floor, his ghostly piano playing echoing through the halls. Chapter 10. The Fairmont Empress Hotel, Victoria's Grand Dame of Ghostly Tales. Our final stop takes us to Victoria, British Columbia, and the elegant Fairmont Empress Hotel. This grand dame overlooking the inner harbor has a history as rich as its decor, and just as many ghost stories to match. One of the most famous residents is Francis Rattenbury, the hotel's architect, who met an untimely end at the hands of his lover's husband. Guests claim to see him wandering the halls, still overseeing his masterpiece. But the Empress Hotel has other permanent guests too. There's the Grey Lady, a former maid who is said to haunt the 6th floor, her soft footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. Thanks for joining me on this spooky journey to the most haunted hotels in the world. If you're brave enough to book a night at one of these spine-tingling spots, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experience. Thank you for watching InformedTouristA.I. Don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe to InformedTouristA.I for more amazing travel adventures, spooky and otherwise. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about new videos, and you'll get exclusive access to behind-the-scenes content and special giveaways. Happy travels and sweet dreams.